Now, the playoffs are going on. Of course, it's just, 2 games into it. A lot of new headlines. Dame Dollar coming back for game two. The Milwaukee Bucks still don't have an answer for the Indiana Pacers. You know, the Thunder still putting down a thumping on the Grizzlies. They're up 2-0. The Clippers, Kawhi is now showing he is that guy. Why not? Kawhi not. The Clippers have now tied that series 1-1. I mean, the Warriors and the Rockets. I mean, the Warriors have still number one in that series. They look like they're commanding, and there's not going to be anything to stop them. Boston, some news. Tatum is probable for game two. We're still not worried about Tatum, Boston Celtics handling the Orlando Magic. That's just, And the rest of the games in the Eastern Conference, there's only one more series, the Knicks and the Pistons. That series is tied 1-1. A lot of games played and a lot of different scenarios that we thought could have happened but seem to have not happened. What stands out for you in this first round so far that could be interesting?
I think everything's kind of played out the way I thought it was going to play out. The only thing that's surprising to me is the Detroit Pistons. Cade Cunningham is much better than I thought. I thought he was good, but he is beyond good. He is like next level superstar good. You know what I mean?
He's playing bad.
He's a very good basketball player. I'm surprised at how he's dismantling. They should be up 2-0 right now, to be honest. I'm surprised how he's dismantling the Knicks. The Knicks just look discombobulated, man. They just don't look like the right. Nothing is going right. And what's even worse is they made all those acquisitions in the offseason, traded away a lot of different things. And for you to have a first-round exit to the Pistons,
be tough.
No. Yeah, that'd be very, very tough, especially in New York City. So they're going to have to really come together. Cat's not getting the ball. It's just a lot going on. Mikal Bridges doesn't look good. You lost a lot of grit with DiVincenzo and some of these other guys. So, that's surprising.
Well, one of the acquisitions that you're talking about was Julius Randle going over to Minnesota for a cat. Now, if I talking about Detroit Pistons basketball, everybody knows that Detroit's been known as the bad boys, and they're playing some physical ball. And everybody's been talking about Cat. When the game gets physical, that's when he kind of disappears. Are we seeing that in this New York Pistons series? Are we seeing that Cat is somewhat disappearing? He doesn't want to battle in the paint. He's somewhat just trickling down to the sidelines, waiting for the ball to shoot threes. Is that what are we seeing that kind of scenario play out here?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a little bit of that. I think there's a lot of that, to be honest. But I also think that as a coach and as a point guard, Jalen Brunson and Tibbs, they gotta get him the ball. You know what I mean? Like get him in the game. He's not a back to the basket type of guy, and he's gonna just drop it into him. He's gonna give you 30.
Right.
He's a face type of guy. He shoots. He gets in transition, but you gotta get him in the game, man. Like Cat in that series, realistically, if he's not the best player, he's like top 2.
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking. He should be right.
So it's like, how are you, like, you're supposed to be dominating Isaiah Stewart and Tobias Harris and these kind of guys. So it's like, you're supposed to, like, if I have a big man like that, and I'm seeing that Tobias Harris and, like, Isaiah Stewart, don't get me wrong, Isaiah Stewart's a dog.
He's a dog, but come on.
But Cat's supposed to be dominating those guys. So you got to figure out a way to get him involved. And then let us at least see he's getting attempts up. You give him the ball, and he's not doing anything. But for him to not even get the ball is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a combination of both Brunson and Tibbs. I think they're not doing him justice. But he could also be a little bit more aggressive, call for the ball, be a little bit more assertive as well, for sure.
That's true. Now, I want to bring to your attention Damian Lillard comes back for game 2.
Yeah.
And, for all the talking he's doing on the sidelines, 14 points. I mean, he's been out since March 8th, but it is Dame. And 14 points for Dame, I don't know. for all that talking, I never really thought that Dame was the answer in Milwaukee anyhow. So Doc Rivers has Damian Lillard, and what the last acquisition they just made, Kyle Kuzma for Middleton. I mean, Kuz just came out empty in the first game with a stat line of all zeros. Then the second game, he only scores 12 points. I mean, Middleton could have got you 12 easily. So how do you see that series playing out? Because I thought Milwaukee would have had more, I guess, a promising opportunity to go deep in the playoffs this year with the acquisition of Dame and Kuzma. But if they're only going to give you for a combined 26 points, I don't see Giannis passing the first round. Not this year, possibly, and in the future as well, if this is what they're going to keep up.
Yeah, I don't see them beating Indiana, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to Milwaukee and tie it up. And the reason for that is because Dame got one game under his belt, and now he's going to have some time to rest. He's going to have 2 games at home. I think he's going to be fired up, especially with that the altercation or interaction he had with Halliburton.
Yeah.
But to be honest, Milwaukee's not good, man. They're not a good basketball team.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Like, they're not a good basketball team.
They got names, but
they don't have great role players. Kyle Kuzma's he's a good role player, but not for that team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you put Kyle Kuzma on like a team like the Rockets, he would do well in that team. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's an up and down
kind of pace, yeah.
But no, that team that they had before with Jrue Holiday and Middleton, that was perfect, and they broke it up for whatever reason. And
you know what? They got impatient. I mean, I think Holiday was injured one time. Then Giannis was injured one time, and they just were impatient. And I guess
yeah. But the direction that they went, isn't it the identity of what? First of all, Giannis can't play with a point guard like Dame. Giannis needs the ball in his hand. He's a ball dog.
Yeah.
So to have a guy like Dame, it just didn't make sense. No, so they're just not a good team. That's not a good team, to be honest. And I feel that this team's gonna be broken up. I feel like after this season, they're gonna be broken up. Dame's gonna get traded, and probably Giannis gonna ask for a trade. I really think that's gonna happen. We'll see what happens with that. But Indiana's not that good either, right? There's just a bad matchup for Milwaukee, and I think either one of these teams, whichever comes out, is going to lose in the next round anyways.
Right.
Like, so it's
right.
This first season right here, right?
Well, I can't 100% they're going to lose in the next round because anything can happen in the playoffs. And like I said, little concern coming out of Boston. Jason Tatum probable for tonight's game simply because I think he has hurt his thumb or a finger. So we'll see how that plays out. The Western Conference, like I said, Lakers, Timberwolves, that was my only real shocker of the Western Conference. I think the Nuggets Clippers is a fantastic series. Possibly either team could come out the West. Do you have anything to say about the play of Kawhi Leonard, showing that he is possibly an MVP candidate if healthy?
I mean, Kawhi's a dog, man. Kawhi's always been a dog. I'm not a big believer of the Clippers like everybody else.
Yeah.
But he's a dog. He's a monster. He does what he's supposed to do. When that guy's healthy, he's arguably one of the top guys in the NBA. You know, there's not many guys I would pick over him. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be honest, like there's not many guys I'd pick over Kawhi when he's healthy. He is fantastic. So that's a great series. I think for that series, OKC would rather, in my opinion, face Denver than face.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, because I honestly believe they face the Clippers can get them. I just do. I just think the Clippers have too many. Like, they have Norman Powell. There's so many guys that they can throw Harden, and then you have what Kawhi is just. There's no answer for him.
No answer for him. Yeah.
Nothing you can do, and then he's such an amazing person on the defensive end. And I'm a huge Shea fan. I think Shea is incredible. Obviously, he's Canadian. I love everything about what Shea has done. You know, his family, everything. But they got to show me against those type of teams. You know what I'm saying? That they can get it done. And if they do, I'll be very, very happy. But they got to show me. The Lakers series, I'm not as surprised as everybody else. I'm like, if you know LeBron, LeBron usually loses game one. Like that's a historical thing for LeBron. It usually takes him 1 or 2 games to kind of figure things out. And this is a new role for him, not being the main guy in the playoffs. He's now, the second guy, sometimes even the third, depending on how he's playing. And Minnesota hit a record number of threes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to do that every game. And it's going to give you a 30-40 game, one game. I think they get another game, and Lakers win this in 6. The big thing with the Lakers is going to be, the next series when they're going against Golden State. That's going to be, I think Golden State's going to beat Houston. I think that's going to be, in my opinion, really, really, like, it's a battle of the old heads. You know what I'm saying? Because you have Jimmy, you have Draymond, you have Steph.
A lot of experience there, man. A lot of experience.
Just that dynamic between LeBron and them is going to be insane. But I'm telling you, man, like, people forget how incredible Luka is in the playoffs. Like, Luka in the playoffs, like, I know, he didn't do that well against Boston last year. But just think about since Luka's been in the playoffs from the bubble. Like, this guy just destroys and dismantles teams. So I think that's what he's going to continue doing, and he's doing that right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's killing these guys.
He's definitely a killer. I'll give him that. He's definitely a killer.
Yeah, he's a mismatch problem. And what's crazy about that is LeBron hasn't even played well yet. And LeBron's going to start playing well. He's going to start figuring it out. And when he gets to that 28, 30 points, they're going to be really, really tough to beat. Not saying they're going to win it all, but they're going to be a tough team to beat with those two hitting on all cylinders.
All right. Well, those are some serious predictions for the first round. Do you want to say who you got coming out the West or East at this point in time, or do you want to see some more games played? If you have to throw it out there, who you see coming out the West?
The West is wide open, man. So I love OKC and what they did, but you gotta show me in the playoff. Like this, they're dismantling.
They've been showing you in the playoffs, man. So
yeah, not really, because this Memphis team they're not good. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not good. They don't have their coaches. They lost a coach.
So you're saying Golden State got it then?
No, I don't know. Like, I have to see I think the second round will give me a better understanding, and it all depends on matchups. As I said, I think OKC would, if they play against the Nuggets, will fare better than if they play against Kawhi. I just feel like Kawhi he's a different beast. You know what I'm saying? So and with James Harden and all these, I think it's gonna be tough to go against those guys. So the West is wide open. I don't think anybody's beating Boston, bro, in the East. I don't see. Even if
let's stay,
even if Tatum is 60%, they're just so much better than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see, because
I got them coming out the East too. It's pretty no brainer.
Yeah, but the West is wide open, man, because I'm not a huge believer in OKC yet. They got to show me when it counts. You know what I'm saying?
Well, OKC got a lot of proving to do to a lot of people out there who's counting you out. I'm one of those believers in you. I got the colors. So OKC, let's do it, man. Let's get this Western Conference, and let's hope for the best in the final. Thank you for joining the show, Beham. It's been great. Last word, ladies and gentlemen. Keep your prayers up for Shannon, and let's hope that this playoffs continues to shine.